Hi guys, it's Jo. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to my channel if you're new here. I have been writing sort of a personal essay, sort of like diary type of thing on Substack about moving into my first house because my birthday is coming up and within like a month or so, a little bit more than a month, and I don't know, I'm feeling the first house calling me. It's kind of like how I was feeling when the 12th house was calling me and when my birthday was coming up, and now I'm in this sort of like limbo situation. Now I'm in this sort of limbo situation where like I'm not really in the 12th house and I'm not yet in the first house, and I'm just sort of like phasing out of that cosmic house arrest, which is what I called it because that is literally what it felt like. I'm not even joking. I don't even know why I started making this video. I feel like I just need an outlet, but I also feel like it's procrastination, and if it is procrastination, because I do have laundry. Actually, it is procrastination because I have laundry over there that I have been meaning to do. It's just, I've been meaning to do it and I haven't done it, okay? Like, I have to, like, I've done all the washing and all the drying. It's just the folding, it's always the folding. But yeah, so actually I think I'm gonna go take care of that and just continue talking to you guys about my issues and what I've been like dealing with and stuff. You see that pile of shit right there? That is the exact same, that's the whole thing. It's intimidating. But nonetheless, it's gotta get done, so whatever. Now that all that's finished. So my 12th house perfection year was like, I'm not gonna say it was the worst thing I've ever been through because it's not, but it's definitely it. Last year was like the weirdest thing I've ever, like, it was weird, you know, to be so restricted in that manner to where, like, I don't know, I'm one of those people where I'm pretty good at getting whatever I want. I'm pretty good at like manifesting stuff like that, and you know, it's, and to not be able to do such a thing is, it kind of made me reevaluate who I am and where I stand in this world, which the 12th house definitely does. It was sort of just like a rebirth type situation, and I was already like sort of moving into that direction, especially with a lot of the issues that I what the hell? A lot of the things that I have been meditating on and trying to solve within the past, I don't know, I guess like 2 to 3 years, I'd say. Being like, it's like I was literally on house arrest, cosmic house arrest. In the sense that like I could not manifest anything. I had to literally just sit there and like, well first of all, it's a rest period because I'm like trying to take over the world like every single day of my life, and that gets a bit tiring, I will admit. So it was like a forced rest period for me, from being, I don't know, just literally just being told to chill out and just relax. That was already hard enough for me and my little Virgo rising heart, but also just being like halted in that sort of way. I don't know, I felt like it was kind of invasive, honestly. Like I could not do anything that I wanted to save the life. Like there were some things that I got, like there were some happy moments and stuff, but it got to a point where I was starting to become like really depressed. And when I say really, really depressed, I mean like how I was like a couple years back, not how like my new normal is, when it comes to depression. And that's a red flag as well. So I was just like, universe, why are you doing all these things to me? Why can't you just let me be me and do what I want? And all of this, all that jazz. But I needed to reevaluate what it is that I actually wanted, and that's why I was on house arrest. That's why I couldn't just get the things that I wanted. The universe was telling me that I needed to, literally, goes over there, that I needed to just like take a chill pill and figure out what it is that I want, and basically stop spoiling me, and told me to sit my ass down, pretty much. And now I understand how you Saturn-ruled people feel, because that sucks. To be told that you have to work for everything that you have, which, it's a good thing as well, but that you have to work for it if you want it, and you can't just go around doing the things that other people do, like it's going to just be hard for you, and that's the way that it is. Kudos to you for going through that. Like, I mean, you don't really have a choice, but but yeah, it felt awkward. It felt unnatural for me, in a sense. Like, I'm not ruled by Jupiter. I don't really get everything that I, need or whatever, but like, I just, things don't just come to me whenever they happen, but like, I'm pretty good at manifesting the things that I want into my life, and sometimes that does require harder work. Usually things still come easy to me. So that being like not happening, I don't know. It made me feel very weird. And again, it's not the fact that I had to like sit down and work for what I want. It was just like there was a force on me that I was like, it's like your world is actually changed, or you have actually changed in that moment. There's like just opposing forces that's just stopping you from doing the things that you want to do, doing the things that you need to do, or that you think that you need to do, etc. And that's kind of scary, to be out of your norm like that, especially with something that might seem to be negative. I'm not saying that the 12th house was a negative experience. I'm saying that it was odd. I'm saying that my 12th house perfection year was weird for me. And I've always been the meditative type. I've always been the type to always look within, try to be better, try to perfect my the best version of myself, and yada yada. It was more so, I guess, the being forced to rest, not constantly like progressing in a sense. And I always tell people that you don't have to be doing anything in order to be loved. You don't have to be doing anything in order to be productive. You don't have to be sometimes rest is just essential, and it's just what you need, and you need to sit your ass down. But whenever it applies to me, I'm like, I don't want to sit down. I have dreams and aspirations. I have things that I want to do. I have goals that I want to accomplish. I have places that I want to see, things I want to experience. How can I sit down when there's so much in this life to enjoy, when there's so much in this life to seek out? How could I ever just sit down and do nothing? Well, I found out last year. 2024 was the year of just sitting there and looking pretty, sitting there and contemplating, which is not really a big deal, but when you're forced to do it, it's kind of just, I don't know, it hits different. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel nice. But I'm glad that I went through, well, it wasn't choice again, but I'm glad that I went through that experience so I know what to expect next time. But also because it helped me figure out what I want to do, especially with this channel, especially with my business, especially with like literally everything in my life. I've just been more so reliant on me and my own intuition and my own relationship with the divine and my spiritual counsel, and that's one of the things that I have really, really, really been learning in this 12th house perfection year, is just to rely on them more, especially because I am a scientist. I'm a scientist. I am a STEM person. Actually, kind of am a scientist. I'm just not a professional scientist. I did graduate with a degree in geology. So there's that. But but yeah, I don't know. My sciencey brain is I don't know. Sometimes I just rely too much on the physical instead of like looking towards the spiritual for some aspects of my life, which is not a bad thing. But those two things are supposed to be working together, and sometimes I just rely on one or the other. And it's like the same for I rely on like my spiritual side or like my spiritual advice rather than the physical for some things as well. But again, they're supposed to work with each other in tandem. It was a good experience to bring that back, that cohesion within my mind, body, soul connection, and just really everything in my life at this point. It was a really good thing, but also it was very weird to go through. And I guess that's really all I can say besides, just rambling on. I could write it down for you and maybe have more like clear and cohesive thoughts, but at this point, I don't even know like how that would come out besides just me saying what I'm saying, Don't look at my closet. Please don't. Okay, but yeah, but I'm really excited for my first house perfection year because I need a little time to party, It gives me I've been in lockdown for a full fucking year, and I need to get out the house. I need to go shake some ass, And the first house allows me to do that. But not only that, I've just been in this sort of like limbo phase where I have been not in the 12th house, but not really in the first house either. And it's like been a cool time, I guess, but like I don't know, it's like I'm using some of my lessons from the 12th house and applying that to my first house. Like I'm being more intentional about the things that I'm doing. I'm just like preparing in a sense. I'm in my rebirth era is basically what I'm saying to you. But I've even been going through, you guys know that I have my Embody Your Ideal Self workbook or whatever, and if you don't, then I have that for free. It's like it's like a thing where you go in and you figure out who your ideal self is and you do the work to embody said self. It's one of the free things that I offer on my website, so if you just go to offers, it'll be like one of the first things listed. But yeah, I've been doing that, and have been just really, I don't know why I'm folding these, I'm about to hang them up, but I have been like feeling, I don't know, I've been doing that, and it's been helping me figure out like who it is that I want to be this year, what it is that I want to project out into the world, out into the universe. And by the way, there's a thing. Here is the like whole entire gist of why I'm doing what I'm doing and why, I don't know, just in general, I just want to make this statement. I don't do shit. I don't put shit out without testing it. That goes against the scientist in me, the STEM in me, the logic person in me, the logical person in me. That goes against everything that I tell other people to do. And I just don't stand for that. Everything that I put out, if I don't believe in it, I don't put it out. If I create like a program or something like that, I put it out and then you guys can go get it or whatever, it's because I did it first. I would never put something out that I don't believe in, that I haven't personally tested on myself. I would just never, like, that just it's unethical, and I cannot stand people who do that. I would never ever do that in a million years. If it, and the only reason why it would be on my website in general is if let me slow down because I'm getting a little too excited. The only reason why it would ever be projected anywhere on social media or on my website, in general, anything that you see me put my thought or whatever out into, the only reason why I would put that out is if I personally believe in it, and if I too have tested that, or maybe it's just, you know, me being me and like, you know, a cute little personal anecdote or whatever. But I would like never just put something out there that I don't believe in and don't know works, you know? Like, that's just so unethical. Regardless, yes, I've been doing my own work, my own workbook, my own worksheet, because that's what helps me every time I'm in this predicament. You guys got me riled up. Let me refocus. So yeah, I've been doing that worksheet, and it's really been helping me figure out who it is that I want to be, or how I can improve upon myself to be said person, and really just what direction I want to go through in regards to my personal development and just spiritual journey in general. And it's been kind of calming, a very good practice for me to keep in mind, I'd say. And yeah, that's kind of how I've been preparing for the first house, as well as a bunch of other things. Like I said, I've been writing out my sort of 2025 manifesto, just, you know, personal manifesto for the things that I want to see within this year, or just like a general statements and stuff. Oh, that's not right. And so yeah, you know, just being in the first house, being in the 12th house, and being on actual lockdown for a year and not being able to do anything, I'm excited to just finally have a year be about me, and a year be about like me going out and doing things and enjoying the person that I'm becoming, and like seeking more out of that, and like enjoying this personal development, personal experience and stuff. It's happening, and it's a great break. It's something that I feel like I need, and I'm ready to party. I'm ready to get out. I'm ready to get out the house. I was grounded for so long, but let me see. Don't look in my closet. Anyway, I've been grounded for so long, and I'm finally being let out of the house, you know what I mean? And again, I'm an introvert, so not too much, but I am gonna party. I am gonna shake some ass this year. I'm gonna celebrate life, because I feel like I've been I've been held up, and not by choice either. I've been wanting to, you know, just go out and explore and do things and, you know, live my life, but I haven't been able to do so. So this year I'm going all out. I don't care. And regardless of what's happening politically, I know I personally am feeling some anxiety around all of that, but that's not going to stop me from living my life. Of course, I'm trying not to contribute to this economy at all. And if I am buying like secondhand or like vintage, antique, stuff like that, or just things that will last and things that I genuinely want, instead of just like falling for marketing tactics. So it's nothing like crazy like that. I'm still gonna keep my morals in check, and I'm still gonna be, you know, the person who I project myself to be, because that's what the first house is about, is being true to who you are, true to the person that you're trying to become. And so it's not gonna be any of that. It's just more so it's gonna be a celebration of life. And when my birthday hits in March, I am going to welcome that. And I feel like it's such a beautiful thing that my birthday is a little bit after the spring equinox, because that's when I personally count the year as like the new year, which is why my master of the year thing, which is dead, over, said and done, it always, like, the time frame to get in that is between December and March, because I believe that the spring equinox is the beginning of the year, which it is the beginning of the natural year. But it's gonna be a celebration of life, and from the spring equinox to my birthday, I'm gonna be partying like it's 1999, and I'm gonna celebrate life and try to hold that vision in my head of what that looks like, even just like on a daily basis, on just like a regular normal level. I'm gonna try to hold true to that feeling for as long as I can and for the remainder of said year, because I know what it feels like to live a dull life. Thank you, 12th house. And I want to just love my life, and it's been a long time coming. Look, I'm gonna get emotional really quickly. As a person that has depression, it's hard for me to enjoy life to the fullest. And so when I'm feeling this sense of motivation like I am right now, I want to hold on to it for as long as possible. Even today, I was trying to fall back into a depressive episode, but I like literally forced myself out of it. I was like, absolutely not. We're not doing this. You literally just got out of one a week ago. We're not going back into it. So for me, the 12th house perfection year was like legit just a whole, it was a cloud of depression for me, on top of everything else that we've discussed already. So I'm gonna treat the first house as if I don't have depression. And I don't mean that like I'm gonna like neglect my mental health or whatever, but I'm gonna treat it as though like that's just like a secondary thing in my life. It's not gonna be in the forefront at all. I'm still going to go to therapy and try my hardest to cure myself. That's not really the correct terminology, but better manage my depression. But the focus is going to be enjoying life. And even now I'm staring at the flowers that my boyfriend got me, the dead ones and the live ones. And just recognizing how beautiful life is, and how every day, pretty much every waking moment, we should appreciate it. And I know sometimes that gets clouded by all of the negativity in the world, but just being alive, being here, being chosen to be here and now, to reincarnate into this world means something, especially here and now. And you could say that for like every year, or every sort of era or millennium, whatever. But I truly feel like this one is special in some sense. Regardless of everything that's going on, I do feel like this one is special. So just appreciating life in general. Do you know how, and this is, again, this is like both a scientist and spiritualist in me is talking right now, but it is a miracle that you are here today. It's literally a miracle. Do you know how the things that occurred, the things that took place for you to exist right here, right now, to be breathing, to be well, even if you're not well, to just be, to exist, to be here, to have sentience, to have a life in general, to exist among other things that have life? Do you know how ridiculously miraculous that is? You are a miracle in itself, and I feel like every day we're all miracles. I feel like every day we should treat each other like it. Treat yourself like you are the miracle that you are. And that's my spiel for today. I just wanted to come on. I have to finish doing this. I can't keep procrastinating. Let me finish real quick. All this to say that I'm very excited for my first house perfection year, and I'm looking forward to it because for once in my life, everything gets to be about me. It doesn't have to be about my depression. It doesn't have to be about underlying things that are going on. It doesn't have to be about my family. It doesn't have to be about my friends, which, again, some of my friends are in their first house perfection year too, so maybe it is about them as well. But still, in my life, in my world, in my dream that I'm projecting right now. Everything is about me, what I want to do, who I want to become, and my purpose. And that's great. And every day is like that, but you know, everything in this world is just complex and just so deep that, you know, there's just some other things that you have that take your focus away from you. And that's okay. But just to accept that, just to take a break from being deprived of paying attention to yourself in this way, it's exciting to be able to get back into that, to be able to have an excuse to be a little selfish, have an excuse to put yourself before others and really acknowledge the self in such a it's devotion. That's what I'm getting at. I don't want to be like, the term that I've been using has been selfish, but it's literally devotion to the self. That's what the first house perfection year is literally all about. And I am so happy to be able to worship me in the way that I deserve. I'm so happy to be able to do that. So, yeah, I'm moving houses right now, and it's been a little bit of a bumpy ride, and this sort of like a limbo phase where things are like sort of, I'm packing up things and I'm putting things away, donating things, getting rid of things and stuff. But overall, I'd say it's been a pretty good experience, and I want to thank the 12th house for holding me, even if I did not want to be held, even if I was literally in a straitjacket and I could not do anything. Thank you for not harming me, and thank you for helping me relax and take a chill pill and helping me see what it is that I truly wanted to do in my life, and how I wanted to run things for once, and how my morals align with my actions, how they should align with my actions, and all of the other lessons that I learned. Thank you, 12th house. But I am ready to move on. Absolutely, 100%. We're leaving, we're out of here. I'm excited to be moving, and I can feel it already, and I'm excited for what my new home will bring me. And that's, I guess, all I wanted to say for today. So thank you all for watching. If you want to follow me on social media, all my links will be in the description, though I'm not really on Instagram anymore. I follow me on Substack though, and TikTok and Tumblr. Those are where I really post the most. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. I love you guys. Bye.